Hello, well, welcome to this AI session with me, Matthew Havertz. I work at a large nonprofit organization professionally. This is not part of my work, I just do this on the side, this YouTube channel. But with helping my department implement AI solutions, and this YouTube channel has been a place for me to explore AI personally, how it can benefit my personal life outside of work. And it's been really fun. This has been a great adventure to be a part of. I will say just right at the outset that I am going to be taking a pause on this YouTube channel for a little while. And so today is going to be the last session for a bit. And there's several reasons for that, in case anyone is curious to know. One is that I have realized that my main purpose in setting up this channel was to solve AI problems outside of work, and I have thought of better ways to do that while still keeping myself accountable. And in addition to that, this YouTube channel often only has a few views, which is totally fine. I think the video with the most amount of views is 19. My second video with the most amount of views is like 16, and then the last 3 videos have gotten 1 view each, and that's great. But I think that there's a way that I can have a broader reach personally without being so public and solve problems outside of work in a different way. So I'm going to be pausing on this YouTube channel, and I won't say that I won't ever come back, but that's what's going to happen for now. And I'm still looking at solving the same problems in my own personal life. I just for a little while at least won't do it so publicly. So anyway, that's kind of the future of this channel for the interim, at least, until I figure out something else. And I also will say that if you have something that you're interested in, just feel free to leave a comment, because I will still continue to check the comments, and I may come back to this YouTube channel at some point in the future. Okay, well, let's go ahead and pick up where we left off last time. So if you remember, I was looking at creating some kind of AI automations with ChatGPT agent mode, probably on looking through Facebook groups and other places where I could find free or used items that are on my list that I want to buy. And so what I was able to do since the last time that we came on this channel, since I came on this channel, was to kind of look through my list and figure out what are the things that I want to buy used or free, and be able to put that into my Apple reminders list so that ChatGPT agent mode can access it and then run the automation. So we're going to go ahead and pick up with that list, and I want to have it ask me more questions. So that's where we're going to pick off. Okay, let me share my screen. Here we go, ChatGPT. And I'm going to do voice mode on this. I've already kind of made the list, and I'm going to do voice mode to keep going. Okay, ChatGPT, from this point forward, I want you to go through the items on this list one item at a time. So you're just going to pick one item and ask me one question at a time with that item until we feel satisfied. And we're going to develop a solid list that describes in more detail. So it will still be a bullet point list in the end, but each item will describe in more detail exactly what we're looking for. And I want you to think through, if I were to be the one to go and buy this, what details would I need from Matthew, on buying this item? What specifics do I need to know? And so we're going to go through each item one at a time, and you're going to ask me questions one at a time until you have enough information to know what you would need to buy this item.
Absolutely. We can do that. We'll go nice and easy. I'll pick the first item, ask you one question at a time, and we'll flesh it out. By the end, you'll have a detailed bullet point list. So let's start with the 3-prong extension cord. So first question, do you have a specific length in mind for that extension cord, or just any length will do?
What are the standard lengths for extension cords?
Well, standard lengths can range quite a bit. You'll usually find common sizes like 6 feet, 12 feet, 25 feet, 50 feet, and even 100 feet. So it's really about how far you're trying to reach. Let me know what kind of distance you're thinking, and we'll pin that down.
Okay, so you said 25, 50, 100 feet. Those are like typical ranges, right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are pretty typical lengths. So if you just tell me roughly how long you'd need it to be, maybe you're thinking about how...
50 feet would be good.
50 feet. Got it. That's a nice middle ground, long enough to reach around a garage or yard without being overkill. I'll note that down for the extension cord. Let's move on to the next item.
Okay, what's the next item?
Next up, let's tackle the winter tights for Emily and Lily. So let's start simple. Do you have a particular size or a specific color in mind for each of them?
Yeah, I think the colors would be white and black. And why don't you just take a guess on the size based on their ages? So Emily is turning 10 and Lily is turning 8. Yeah, and we'll just go from there. My wife would know the sizes better, but let's just go with that.
Sure thing. For a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old, white and black tights are easy enough to find in those basic kid sizes. We'll just estimate something like standard kids medium for Emily and a smaller medium for Lily, and that should cover it. I'll note those details down. Let's hop on to the next item whenever you're ready.
Okay, tell me what the next item is. Every time you can just tell me what the next item is if you've asked all the questions you need to.
You got it. We'll just roll right through the list like that. So the next item is the winter coats for Emily and Lily. Kind of similar drill here. Do you have any specific style, color, or just general warmth level you're looking for in these coats?
Nope, I think just guess their sizes and yeah.
All right, we'll keep it straightforward. I'll just figure roughly a standard kids large for Emily and a medium for Lily, and we'll keep the color and style flexible. So that's noted, and next time I'll just go ahead and queue out the next item for you.
Okay, and they're probably actually both medium, but with their sizes. But yeah, go ahead and tell me what the next item is.
Sure thing. I'll mark both of those as mediums for the coats, and onward we go. The next item on the list is a floor jack for your minivan. So let's start with that. Do you have any particular weight capacity in mind, or any specific type of floor jack that you're thinking of?
I believe it's a 2012 Toyota Sienna. So whatever would work well with that, put the details in for that.
Absolutely. I'll factor that in. For a 2012 Toyota Sienna, you typically want a jack that can handle at least a couple tons, probably around a 3-ton flow jack to be on the safe side, and that'll give you enough capacity for the minivan. So I'll note that down, and let's move on to the next item whenever you're ready.
So by the way, I'll just mention I've muted this so ChatGPT can't hear this part. So this is just for the live stream audience. But I will say that I do this kind of stuff with ChatGPT all the time. I think I've mentioned this in a previous AI session, but an example is like going through a packing list, for example. And one of the things that I do often when I'm doing this kind of thing is I will move around. I will be folding clothes. I will be doing yard work. I will be doing something around the house while I'm talking to ChatGPT, because I might as well. I'm just talking back and forth, and I can kill two birds with one stone. So this kind of thing lends itself really well to that, and I just want to note that for anybody who may be interested in that particular use case in the future. Because I'm doing a live stream, I'm sitting down and actually talking back and forth with ChatGPT. But that's typically like on a daily basis using ChatGPT what I would do. Okay, yeah, let's move on to the next item.
All right. Next up, we've got the portable solar generator. So to kick that one off, let me know if you have any particular wattage range in mind or certain devices you want to be able to power with it. That'll help narrow down what you're looking for.
No, I think anything available would be fine. That one I don't want to get too specific. We'll just see what's available.
Got it. We'll keep it nice and flexible then. I'll just note down that any standard portable solar generator that's reasonably available should do the trick for you. And with that, let's roll on to the next item whenever you're ready.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Next on deck, we've got the fire separation for the bottom of the staircase. So let's start with what you're picturing there. Are you thinking about a particular kind of fire-resistant material or a certain type of barrier you'd want to use?
Yeah, so whatever standard that you can kind of nail to the bottom of a staircase. Our house is older and doesn't have whatever's typical there. So I don't know, whatever would be up to Utah's typical codes for that. And it's a pretty standard staircase. I think the part that we're looking at is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, like probably 10 to 12 stairs or something.
All right. That gives me a good picture. So we'll say a standard fire-resistant barrier that can be nailed or mounted underneath about a 10 to 12 step staircase. We'll make sure it's something that would be up to Utah's codes for an older home. I'll jot that down, and let's just keep the train moving. Just let me know when you're ready for the next item.
I'm ready. You can just tell me every time.
Absolutely. I'll keep them coming. So the next item on our list is a cover for an outdoor air conditioning unit. Pretty straightforward question here. Do you have any particular dimensions or just want a universal fit for that unit?
I'm sorry, what was it again?
No problem. I'll slow it down just a sec. We're talking about a cover for your outdoor air conditioning unit. Basically, I'm just checking if you need a specific size or if a universal fit works for you. Once we sort that out, we'll keep going.
A universal fit should be fine.
Got it. We'll just go with the universal fit and keep it simple. That's noted. And from here on out, I'll just keep rolling to the next item each time. Let's keep this chain going.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Next up, we've got a black folding table on your list. Pretty straightforward, but let's just figure out if you have a particular table size in mind, like a 4-foot, 6-foot table, or any other details that might help us pin it down.
No, I think the pretty standard version is fine.
Perfect. We'll just go with a standard black folding table, something around that typical 4 to 6 foot range, and that should be the trick. I'll jot that down, and we'll just keep marching down the list from here.
Go ahead.
You got it. So the next item is a portable fire pit. Pretty straightforward one here. Any particular size or style, or just something that's easy to move around and set up?
It would be nice if it works well in a yard, and so it needs some way to be able to make sure that the fire is contained really well, that it doesn't spread into the grass. But other than that, I think whatever is pretty standard is great.
Absolutely. That makes sense. We'll look for a portable fire pit that's got a nice contained design. Something with a spark screens or a solid base that'll keep the fire from spreading onto the grass. I'll note that down, and we'll keep it pretty standard otherwise. And with that, I'll go ahead and let you know the next item whenever you're ready.
Yep, I'm ready.
Great. The next item is a dry ice fog machine. Let's talk about that. Do you have any particular size of machine in mind, or do you just want something that's good for a small yard or small outdoor space?
Yeah, small outdoor space is fine, but I'm specifically looking for something that spreads dry ice fog low to the ground, so not a typical fog machine.
Got it. So we're talking a low-lying dry ice fog effect for a smaller space? I'll keep that in mind and note that we want something that hugs the ground rather than a standard fog machine that just fills the air. That's all clear? Well, let's keep going down the list when you're ready.
Okay, tell me the next one.
Absolutely. Let's keep rolling. The next item on the list is a swing set. So let's start there. Any particular style or size of swing set you're looking for, or just something that fits in your yard and is good for the kids?
Yeah, I think at least 2 swings would be nice, and probably not something for little kids, but something for um, something that would work for like older elementary kids. So I want it to be a decent sized swing set, like maybe even like junior high kids would be able to swing on it well.
Absolutely. That makes sense. We'll look for a swing set that's sturdy enough for older elementary or even junior high kids, something with at least 2 swings. So not a toddler set, but something a bit more robust. I'll jot that down and we'll move on to the next item whenever you're good to go.
Okay, go ahead and tell me what the next item is.
Absolutely. Let's keep it going. The next one on the list is a bike rack that's easily portable and fits in a small garage. So for that, let me know if you have a certain number of bike in mind or any other detail you want to add.
Yeah, it needs to fit at least 5 or 6 bikes.
All right, so we're looking at a bike rack that can handle 5 or 6 bikes and is still easy to store in a small garage. I'll keep that in mind and note that down. We'll keep on moving down the list whenever you're ready for the next one.
Great, I'm ready for the next one.
All right, let's keep it rolling. Next on the list is a deep freezer. Pretty simple one, but let me know if you have any particular size or capacity in mind, or if you're just looking for something that'll fit in a certain spot.
For that one, let's keep it pretty generic because I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking for yet.
Sure thing. We'll keep it nice and generic, just a standard deep freezer that fits a flexible space. I'll note it down that way, and from here on out, I'll just keep on bringing up the next item as we go.
Okay, what's the next item?
All right. Next up on the list is hula hoops. Pretty straightforward, but let me know if you have any specifics, like certain sizes or a number of them, or you just want a couple standard ones for the family.
Yeah, I think standard ones are fine, thank you. What's the next item?
You got it. Just standard hula hoops noted. We'll keep it simple. And next up on the list is thin rope. So if you have any particular length or type in mind, let me know. Otherwise, we can just keep that one generic too.
No, let's keep that one generic, thank you.
Absolutely. We'll keep it nice and generic for the rope as well. Just a simple thin rope of any standard type. I'll note that down, and that's another one settled. We're making good progress. Just let me know when you're ready for the next one.
I'm ready for the next one.
All right, let's keep cruising along. The next item is green pocket squares. Pretty straightforward again, but let me know if you have any specific shade of green or just any green pocket squares will do.
No, and green or red would be fine. Yeah, I think that's fine.
All right, so we'll keep it flexible. Green or red pocket squares, any shade of those is fine. I'll jot that down and we've got that one covered. Let me know whenever you're ready to move on to the next item.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Perfect. The next item on the list is small display easels for a small picture on a shelf. Just let me know if you have a certain number in mind or any specific highs, or if just a standard little easel will do.
What are the standard size of picture frames? Like it would be the not the smallest, but the next one. It's not quite like a full letter size, but something smaller than that. But
Yeah, I get what you're going for. So something like a 5x7 frame, or maybe a little smaller, like a 4x6. Those are kind of the next step up from the smallest. We'll just say a small easel that can hold around a 5x7 frame, and that should cover it. Let's move on whenever you're ready.
yeah, I think it's probably closer to 4x6. I think, but yeah, something around there. That'd be great. Okay, what's the next item?
All right, we'll call it a small easel for a 4x6 frame or something in that range. Noted. And let's jump right on to the next item. You mentioned a snowblower, so let's talk about that. Do you have any particular size or just something that'll handle your driveway?
No, let's keep that generic as well. What's next?
You got it. We'll keep the snowblower generic as well. Just something that'll get the job done for your driveway. I'll mark that down, and we'll move on to the next item whenever you're ready.
Okay, let's move on to the next one.
All right, let's do it. The next item on your list is a pair of snowshoes. So if you have a particular size or type in mind, just let me know. Otherwise, we can keep that one generic too.
Um, yeah, this would be snowshoe, not snowshoe, like, this is for, okay, never mind. Let's just, that is too complicated to explain. We're just going to take that one off the list. So go ahead and take it off the list for now. Okay, what's next?
Absolutely, we'll just scratch the snowshoes from the list entirely. No problem at all. The next item up is a picnic cooler. So just let me know if you have any particular size or feature you want, or if we're keeping that one generic too.
Keep that one generic for now.
Got it. We'll keep the picnic cooler nice and generic as well. Just a standard cooler, and we'll call it good. I'll note that down, and we'll keep on rolling down the list whenever you're ready for the next one.
Okay, what's next?
All right. Next on the list is women's lightly used Crocs and women's lightly used house slippers. We'll tackle those together. If you have any particular sizes in mind, just let me know. Otherwise, we'll keep those generic as well.
Keep those generic. I have to ask my wife what the size is.
Absolutely. We'll keep both the Crocs and the house slippers generic for now until you can check on sizes. Not a problem at all. I'll note that down, and whenever you're ready for the next item, just let me know and we'll keep going.
Okay, tell me what the next item is.
Sure thing. Next up on the list is the book Good Inside. Pretty straightforward here. We're just looking for a used copy of that book, and I'll note that down, and whenever you're ready, we'll just continue on to the next item.
Okay, let's continue on to the next item.
Absolutely. Let's keep it going. The next item on the list is women's lightly used house slippers. We already covered that as generic for now, so we'll move right along. The next item is a cover for an outdoor air conditioning unit, which we've also got down
so
as
I
a
think we've covered everything probably, right?
Yep, I think we've made it through the whole lineup.
Okay,
We've got
that's
everything.
great. I just have one question for you. Is there a way to bulk import this list into Apple Reminders app?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. One simple way is to just write out your list in, say, the Notes app on your iPhone or Mac, and then select all those lines, share them to reminders, and it'll add each line as a separate reminder. It's pretty quick, and you'll have your whole list in there.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You got it. Happy to help. Just toss that list into reminders whenever you're ready, and you'll be all set. Let me know if there's anything else, but otherwise, you're good to go.
Okay, I know this was a little bit boring, but that's sometimes how working with AI is. So my goal is to put this onto this list with Apple Reminders. And from there, then we're going to create the prompt to do in ChatGPT. It would be the agent mode, and have it look through those sources that we talked about in the past to find free or used items from Facebook groups, Facebook Marketplace, used on Amazon, eBay, all sorts of different places. And we made that list previously. And then we'll have it run probably every month, I think, and give us a list of what's the latest. Maybe every couple weeks. I wouldn't want it necessarily running more often than that. But that's the kind of thing that we're doing next. Now, what I'm going to do is say, put this all in a new bullet point list with all the details I asked for. And then from that point, I'm just going to import this into Apple Reminders and then create my agentic workflow that will run every few weeks. And I can add to this list in Apple Reminders whenever I think of something new that I want it to search for, that I'm not in a rush to get. So that's where I will end today. And like I said, this is my last AI session for a little while. So thank you for joining me on this journey. If you've been that one viewer that's tuned in every time, please leave a comment. Let me know who you are or just say hi or something. But if not, totally fine. And I may come back to this YouTube channel again at some point and continue with my personal AI development sessions. There's been fun things that we've explored, from Google Opal to ChatGPT agents, agentic browsers, and all sorts of stuff. And it's been really fun. And I'm continuing to explore AI personally. And my name is Matthew Havertz, if you want to look me up on LinkedIn as well. Okay, thank you.